Welcome back to Mega Man Battle Network 2. Last time, Land got mugged 2 more times after the first time. But we've bounced back, so it's fine. We finally get to go to the conference we got mugged thrice for.
Oh boy, Mega Man, I wonder what microaggression we're going to see today.
Okay, let's see. Mail. Okay, give it to us. Oh, darn it. Figure it out yourselves.
This is a notice about the location of the Netbattler meeting. We are notifying you that we are not disclosing the location of the Netbattler meeting.
You might be gospel, we're not telling you.
Location, good luck, idiot.
Okay, well, now that we've got our chips back, why don't we just take a quick moment to go through some of this stuff. We don't need guard asterisks anymore, so we can eat a few of these. Alright, what do we get? Wrecker. That's good for piercing.
I looked away for a second, I thought you were building a deck. I was like, why are you stacking so many guards into your deck?
Prism Q, that one's a weird one, so we're probably not going to see it.
I see we're not recreating the moment in the first game LP when you immediately got the best chip in the game on your first chip pull, whatever those are called.
Okay, lots of foreigners went inside the castle. Okay, good start for our search. Oh, you're not gonna go find them, yourself? Well, that's too bad. Seems like a you problem. Okay, so, you got anything else to say? Nope. He gave us good info before, but he doesn't know where the Netbattler conference is. Okay, this isn't anything different.
Again, wild of them to just... After this so far has been a combination of, like, New York and Paris, that guy just implies that we're actually somewhere on the ground. Right, Rock.
Also, that's supposed to be a flower, but man, it really
What?
looks like that statue is peeing.
Oh, holding a flower. I thought you meant the whole statue was a flower. I'm like, that's clearly an angel.
No.
Somebody made a mistake if that was supposed to be a flower.
Alright, so yeah, let's see. Right, yeah, anyway, we teleport inside the secret conference room. Odd place for a conference hall, you don't say. How do they have this technology? Alright, so that's what the world looks like, in case you're wondering. I don't know which spot is Netopia.
What? Weird number of continents on there, huh?
Yeah, it's like they shoved some of them together. Who knows which one and in what ways? The Battle Network world is wacky.
See, I say continents, but I guess it's distinct land masses. They might have, you know, Europe-Asia situations where it looks like just one big landmass, but for some reason it's 2 continents. But, like, yeah, there's a landmass that kind of looks like maybe the top part of North America, just floating out in the ocean with no South America.
Alright, well, we've met Johnson, who's very important. Oh, and here's Princess Pride of Creamland. It's her, it's the gay princess.
Lan, you are too young to be talking to anybody who introduces themselves as the Princess of Creamland.
I believe Creamland's described as being somewhere north. I don't know where that is specifically. Look, I hear north and we're in the America area, so my immediate thought is, oh, everybody in Canada's gay. Nice, but A, I don't know what Battle Network Canada is, and B, it's described as more like an icy island, so it's more supposed to be like Greenland. I've also seen it posited that, like, it's supposed to be a play on Iceland, because, you know, instead of Iceland, it's Greenland.
I like that, though.
But yeah, no, Greenland, probably.
Well, instead of Greenland, it's Creamland. It could be... it's a combination of both. It's what people think Iceland is from seeing the name, but it's actually like Greenland.
Yeah. Yeah, the devs just switched names around at the start for some reason. Why'd you do that, God? We need a patch.
Also wild that, like, all of North America, minus Mexico, and all of Europe get mashed into one country, but Greenland or Iceland gets to exist independently.
Mm-hmm. You're being immature, Johnson. Oh my god, they're making Shadow the Hedgehog!
And Navi to suppress Mega Man.
Well, I mean, I don't know how they'll do that. Like, they could get the electronic world, but then what are they gonna do once that's done? Like, yeah, we won't have computers anymore, but it's not like we can get punched by a Navi.
Remember, it's always ethical to punch a Navi.
Faulty technology in the middle of a meeting. And an earthquake. Oh,
no!
Okay. Why is that a function this room has? Why do we have a conference room with trap doors in it? Why did we go here?
I figured they're emergency escapes, but they're treating this like this is a bad thing.
Nope. Oh, it has absolutely not emergency escapes. So, we're in a castle, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got a dungeon.
The only way I could describe this game is the second season of a show that was only supposed to get one season. Like, in terms of a video game, it's pretty much just a straight upgrade. They, from what I can tell, they've done a very good job just refining some elements, adding new twists. But because it's an RPG, they have to have a story element. And the story element is just like, there are new bad guys and also insane shit happens to land every 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. This was the worst possible place you could have had this meeting. Here we are in the murder dungeon, and now this guy's gone.
Oh my god, he died!
Oh, peep peep. Inconceivable. Oh great, now we're in the middle of a death game.
In the middle of a death game, in a game that's not allowed to use the word death.
We're in a deletion game.
Look, I'm not fully opposed to avoiding using the word death. I think it all comes down to how clever you are with your euphemisms.
Mm-hmm.
If you say shit like unalive, you can shut the hell up. But if you're saying things like permanently removed from the census or getting fitted for a halo, I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm. It also depends on, you know, the actual context. Because, yeah, unalive sucks and is usually used for, like, this is supposed to be serious subject matter, but we don't want to lose our money for this video. We're going to cave in advance, just in case people don't like the word death.
Man, I once saw a YouTuber younger than me use the word unalive multiple times and then try to claim that millennials were immature. It's like, motherfucker, I'm not gonna be called immature by somebody too scared to say die.
Alright, so, the dungeon computer. This is almost a pretty good section, but, there's a few parts of this that I feel like are kind of badly executed. So, starting out, we have vampires. They're going to chase you, and if they catch up to you, they do some damage. So let's try to avoid that. And let's also just remove these candles. Bonk. You're supposed to let that be more of a, pillar attack, but, you know, sometimes just hit people with a nut, it's fine.
Speaking of getting demonetized.
Alright, door blocks the way, you need a cyber key to open it. So yeah, this is another dungeon where, definitely helps to have a map, because that way I know there's a cyber key here, and I know the paths ahead of time. One of the biggest dangers of this dungeon is getting cornered and then hit by, in this case, a vampire. So right, vampire, he's just gonna keep moving, but then he goes the wrong way, so we're just gonna keep moving this way. He can't turn around necessarily unless he hits a dead end, but it is important to note that the vampire does typically chase you. In fact, I'm actually surprised that it did go the wrong way.
One of the lesser known rules of vampires, they always turn right at intersections.
Okay, so we've got a grave here, because we've got more viruses. Alright, we already know how Shrimpy works. Dominard, have we seen Dominard in battle? Do you remember this thing?
I don't recognize the name or this design.
Yeah, so Dominard will basically just hover up and down, and if they get in front of you, they occupy kind of this weird spot that's in your space, but not in it until they actually attack, so counterattacking them can actually be awkward. Because, for reasons of, like, using wide sword or something like that, they can be a little harder to hit than your average enemy. Alright, so that's the zombie. If we get hit by that, we get brought back to the grave. So you don't take damage, you just have to do more of the section. Which sounds like it might be better than the vampires, but you don't really want to have to reset these sections, especially when you activate enemies. Thankfully, zombies are very slow, and they don't turn. So we got this guy here. He's just gonna kind of keep moving. Well, technically he turns, it's just he just takes the main paths, basically. Anyway, here's the end of this section. Alright, and now Lan Hikari won't get shot by an arrow in real life. And I don't want to mess with that zombie in case it comes this way, so let's just get out of here. Johnson, that's me, by the way. Sorry, I had to say my own name like a Pokemon. No, Johnson, keep fighting. Oh no, Johnson's gonna go to the afterlife. Blast it. Lan, your dad's not here and a man just died. You can swear this time. Yeah, it's a dungeon, Lan. A dungeon with several different kinds of traps. Oh my god, Mr. Johnson was crushed to death.
Is that him to your right?
No, that skeleton's more formed than whatever's left of him. Alright, well, we definitely have to stop this trap because, well, I mean, we don't want to die. And as far as we know, she's the only gay character we've seen, so, you know. We've got to get her out of here. Otherwise it counts as burying her gay. We can't let Princess Bride be killed. Alright, yep, zombies are dumb, so they don't check branch pathways. Vampires, however, will follow you around. So yeah, that's an important difference. Hello, zombie. So yeah, we pretty much just have to, figure this out. Okay. And like I said before, thankfully vampires don't turn around until they actually hit a dead end. because they do otherwise pretty actively chase you. Who is it now? Oh boy, more Dominards. So, Dominards are some of my least favorite enemies, period. Mainly because of Battle Network 5, I will just say, this is an enemy type that does reappear later. And these guys are particularly bad in that game, because there are instances where, basically you have a limited number of turns to do a thing, to do it ideally. And killing these guys quickly can be a pain. I don't know if I'd have as much trouble in the particular segments I'm thinking of nowadays, because I'd probably be smarter with my chip choices than I was as a child, but nonetheless, I still have that memory of, I gotta kill these guys in 3 turns, or it's not really the ideal takedown. Oh, also you did check the branch path. I don't think those guys chase you as much as the Mr. Prog says they do, because he could have just come after me.
It very much feels like something that they have an NPC say just to scare the kids playing the game.
Well, the thing is, sometimes he is correct, though. Sometimes that vampire is very aggro on you. Oh boy. Well, let's see if I can get out of this one. Alright, at least I can kill you pretty easily. And yeah, I think by this point I'm definitely using, Airman correctly. Also, I did say last time that my deck wasn't great, and I did a little bit of fine-tuning between episodes. But you can probably see already that I do have a lot of G-chips without even trying. So I've got a lot of synergy from that. Okay, thankfully he went down his original passage. Right, so when I said that this dungeon needs a little polish, it's a little, there we go. Okay, it's tracing my path. Yeah, it's a little inelegant in its execution. I feel like there's a bunch of different enemy types. You need to avoid them in different ways. That's a cool idea. Bandits are here. I was robbed by a guy with a sack. Oh, you can't talk about that. Bandits love to make turns to the left. They cannot get enough of it. Remember, the left.
Fucking political propaganda, these goddamn kids' games, I'm fucking sick of it.
Wait, you're saying always remember the left, but you're talking about bandits going to the left. I can't understand what side you're on.
Fucking bandits always turn to the left. Shut the fuck up, Shapiro. Who the fuck let you write this game?
Oh, is that why Land's the way he is?
You know what?
Hopefully he's fine by Battle Network 3.
Planetary and Mega Man Battle Network 2 is a Ben Shapiro self-insert. Is that where I thought this Let's Play was gonna go?
I regret starting this, honestly. Turn it all down.
How does he sound in the anime? Does he have the most irritating, nasally voice possible in the anime?
I don't think so. Also, if you're wondering, yes, the giant open chest is where the bandit will take your money to if it gets stolen. Alright, yep, follow right behind me. Okay, well that doesn't matter too much. But, no, do the first thing you said. Look like it can't be opened from here. Otherwise you would see Johnson's remains. Uh-oh. Screams immediately.
10 seconds!
I mean, it would be hard for her to not be in the same place. Oh no, she butt dialed us. Man, so embarrassing. Butt dialed her losing fight. Oh no, she exploded! There you go, you can swear, it's fine. No, we shouldn't do that, it's gonna be very messy. First the actual guy who summoned us, whose name I've forgotten, then Johnson, and now Princess Pride. Alright, well, there's not a lot of more people who can be victims at this point.
Honestly, I was surprised the Princess was, because she has a unique design. I thought the other NPC lady, I thought this woman was going to die.
Well, good news. Well, not really good news. Oh no, amid us! Just like the popular game!
Why is that written like they're trying to avoid saying it?
Jennifer, no. You can't go down like Johnson. I'm not long for this world, but I'm not that short either. Just leave. I don't want to die in front of a child. That's pretty dramatic.
Alright, this portion of the game sucks and I hate it.
So anyway, now Lance's gonna be burned to death. It's okay, the flame just jumped up a bit. It's fine. Look, this is how you stop the plague. We're safe from that. We escaped it just like the Pope.
Jack into the fire?
Nah, there's a panel over there. But unfortunately, we're all on-wired. Wait a minute. The others? Mail's one of the others. And she gave us the thing. It is very easy to forget that the pets are on a wire, because every time Lan jacks in, he jumps up into the air, and then you just immediately cut to the transmission screen. Alright, in we go. Alright, so... Oh, immediate bandit, huh? Cool, great.
Oh. Here he comes.
Set memory. Oh, that's actually kind of handy. So yeah, once again, it's good to have a map just so you know where everybody's going to go. And where everybody's going to appear. Because it's less of a puzzle situation, and... We're getting the call in the middle of a dungeon? Raoul, are you calling to tell us you betrayed us, or you're okay, you're dying. Gotcha. Wait a minute, they got me? But there's only one other person we know here. John is in cahoots with gospel. Nobody uses the word cahoots anymore. Arg! Yeah, we have to worry about the fire first and foremost. Chad being imposter we'll have to figure out later. Alright, but yeah, not really a puzzle dungeon in the usual sense of the word. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. I mean, Gate's pretty great, but... I actually have to be able to aim him, so... fingers crossed. Okay, cool, got him just in time. So yeah, that is just 120 damage on the spot, which, I definitely appreciate. Still don't know what to do about you, though. Alright, get him, roll. Alright, anyway though, yeah, not so much a puzzle dungeon like the last one was. This is more just a kind of an action dungeon with the puzzle element of you need to remember how everything moves so that you can avoid it. It's unfortunately also the case that, it can be kinda tricky to do that, and I feel like the enemy types don't actually mesh that well together. We already saw back in the previous, comp that sometimes they do just have a really weird overlap, like that vampire and the zombie at the one point. So far, this has been fine, but it does kinda have the tendency to be a little, off-kilter. And, oh joy, you are actually weak to electric, which means I can just do this. Yeah, so you can't, like, stunlock everything super well, but you can do it decently enough. Alright, got Zenny, and... okay, cool. We are out of here. Let's find Chad and have a little talk. Oh jeez! Raoul, you can't die, we gotta be able to fight Thunderman again. He's gonna make it, he's just kind of on fire. I mean, why would you believe that, though? I see, you were just pretending to be against them when you fought them several times. Well, I mean, you shouldn't do that. Chad, that'll probably still kill us, I think. Okay, well, Chad's being dumb, so it's time to fight Proto-Man. So, Proto-Man is a very reactive boss. If you try to shoot him, he's just going to attack you, which could be used to your advantage, or, alternatively, you could wait for him to come to you. So yeah, if you're the type to kind of frenzy at a boss, this is not exactly a good spot for it. He's got a bunch of tricky attacks, but honestly, when he's trying to hit you, initially I think it's a lot easier to, either wait for him or bait him out like I just did. And hey, good spot. There we go. Yeah, you can also just wait for him to finish an attack to stun him as well. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be able to hit him with Gator. Yeah, he'll also usually go for multiple slashes in a row, so remember that. Okay, this is probably gonna be tricky to hit with. 2... He also will just kind of reappear where he was before, so use that to your advantage. Really, this is definitely an intimidating-looking fight, but I'm gonna level with you, this is like one of the easier times I've had with some of these bosses in this game. The advantage of him being so reactive is, you do actually kind of know what he's going to do, even if it doesn't seem like it. Sorry I killed Proto-Man. If I could have just hated you with all my might. John, what the heck are you talking about? Okay, I know you're still smoldering, but couldn't you have mentioned that a little earlier, Raoul? She went up this way while you were fighting. You didn't notice because you were too engrossed in that. Okay, I might have mistrusted you a little bit. Just a tiny amount. Oh, couldn't you have kept that open so it could explore Chod? Why does that matter to you right now? Alright, well, let's find the guy who tricked us. Well, I mean, Raoul did specifically say she, and, I feel like it's not terribly surprising, the one person we didn't actually see injured. Princess Pride, you did this? But I thought you were gay representation!
Did you forget it's 2001?
Lan, haven't you ever heard of dark woke?
Lan, why didn't you end that with a question mark?
Ugh, I want to fight Proto Man. Oh, there's another trapdoor, you say? Take this! Alright, well, I guess maybe we could leave if we wanted to, but no, let's go into the final comp. Alright, so yeah, it is kind of obvious in this whole setup that something's going on with Princess Pride, since she does have the portrait, and also a named NetNavi as well. So it probably wasn't gonna be Jennifer the Traitor's You. That, they really don't bring up the idea of gospel coming from the inside until the very end. Made the killing game jokes, but like, at the same time, you don't know that you're getting a Mogust until just before you actually learn who it is. I should actually be doing, like, regular shots more often because, I do have gut style. The Buster is very powerful. Single shots are actually decent. Oh boy, so yeah, at this point we're kinda just getting everything thrown at us, and the actual setup of these can get very annoying. Thankfully though, we know how bandits work, so we can at least see, where they're going. Unlike the vampires, who are kind of like tracing your path, but sometimes they don't. I'm a little confused by how they work overall. Oh, nice, power up. Let me just get somewhere safe first. Oh, and by the way, on the screen we can see that some of the things are glowing. That's due to the style itself actually altering the stats, so I don't believe Electric Guts can actually get more in Rapid necessarily. I think it's kind of just stuck at 1 if I remember correctly. Either way, though, we've got this shadow enemy. We're told earlier it's only weak to blades, or weak in blade form. Either way, you're gonna want some sword chips so that you can actually do some kind of harm to them. Like so.
I like that it turns into an axe and is weak to swords. This pleases my Fire Emblem brain.
Okay, right, yeah, so... Yeah, see, he's not tracing our path here. I... do not get those vampires. Yeah, and he didn't follow me there either. He's just doing his own thing.
Chasing. He's always turning to the right, and the bandits always turn to the left, and the zombies just... I forget what the zombies do, but it's a different thing.
Yeah, they don't turn. Yeah, or they don't take branch paths, rather. They'll turn, but only if it's the main path. So
I don't know why they said vampires chase you. It seems like they just always turn to the right. We'll see if a vampire turns left and I look like a fool.
Oh, look at style level 2! Yeah, now we're stronger. So yeah, now our attack went up. The attack stat was also flashing, but it was also flashing at 3, I think, when we saw it. Which means it's already pretty strong. I guess I should, in that case, definitely be investing more in charge so I can charge quicker, but at the same time, I kinda wanna have strength, just, you know, in case I get a different style that doesn't necessarily have a set attack power. Okay, oh, no. Gotta wait for you. And I gotta wait for you. Yeah, so I'm just gonna say it right now. The end of this dungeon is kinda terrible. Like, this whole setup just feels really awkward, and basically made to screw you over at some point or another, to the point where I genuinely don't know how to get out of this without taking some kind of hit. Cause yeah, I had so many takes where I'd try to go to the left, or I'd stay over here for a while and see if I could wait out the enemies. And no, I couldn't. So eventually I just gave up, because it was like 20-30 minutes of just me trying over and over again to get through that, but I couldn't figure it out. It's just kind of an inelegant end to this dungeon, which, again, I'm mostly fine with, but I just think there's a few snags in it that kind of make it bad. Also, he said die. Are you allowed to say that?
Princess, I don't know what to say about this. You debate them philosophically, I'm just here to kill someone.
Yeah, so Nightman's that kind of knight.
No, what gave you that idea?
I have to defend Greenland.
Alright, so Nightman is definitely a special kind of boss. So if you have any kind of breaker chips, they're actually really useful here, because Nightman really likes to guard. In his statue form, he'll take almost no damage. Eventually he'll come out of it, and he'll just start launching the wrecking ball at you. However, he's got some other tricks up his sleeve, and I'd like to have a gator up my sleeve, so I'm sending those cards in, because they're not going to be useful yet. They can be useful eventually. We just have to wait a little bit, and surely it would just be better to wait for Gator now, right? Because, I mean, come on. We're so close to getting it, so yeah, let's just send this out. Oh, that was kind of useless. Come on, timing, cool, okay. Sometimes he does attack rapidly, but okay, there we go. That's the actual meat of the fight. Eventually he jumps forward, cracking everything. So yeah, you don't really want to be in front of him because he's got his Wrecker Ball attack, but he also has the debris drop attack, which will drop on random squares, so this is why Nightman can be difficult. You kind of want to simultaneously be careful where you move, but also you want to break tiles as soon as you can, so that they reform sooner rather than later. So it's pretty much just be smart with your management of movement. Because yeah, I think I have a decent amount to move around here. So this is probably my best time to actually get this stuff done. So yeah, eventually the sword chips would be useful if you were to jump forward one more square, but with any luck... Okay, at this point...
Man.
Oh man, I'm... I like how for a moment I'm like, do I go for something that isn't No, I can just kill him now, easily. So yeah, that's why I said you definitely want to have more than one copy of each chip, because, I did not get lucky there. Just needed one more chip.
Peep Papa Papa.
Kingdom Hearts is light? Got her. Alright, well, I guess because we beat Nightman, the trapdoor was on her side instead of ours? Or maybe she's just dumb. I don't know. So anyway, don't you worry, nobody actually died.
Good thing Discovery was quick. Something no lawyer has ever said.
Her wounds are healing, but she broke both her legs.
Also just fucking pull the lever, Nightman! Wrong lever!
My mind just immediately went to Parappa instead. Pull the lever, or whatever, right now.
Wow, I didn't know about that at all. Nonetheless, she was on Gospel's side, therefore, I'm homophobic now.
Wow, I didn't know that at all. It's just land.txt.
Yeah, Lan's basically just the embodiment of, oh yes, I understand, does not understand at all. All of Proto Man's programming is safe in my head, and also on my computer.
Oh, so you mean you memorized all the coding for him? No, I mean there's a chip in my head. It has a Proto Man backup in it. What, you thought you were the only one with a weird relationship with your Navi?
I have one too! If you want to kill Proto Man for good, you also have to kill me for good.
I was just picturing, like, that version where, like, it does work like Lan and Mega Man. Lan kills Proto Man in the fight, and the chip in John's brain just fucking explodes. What is up with the translation of this game? It's not terrible, but it's just very weird.
Yeah, I should note that there are translation fan patches for most of the Mega Man games if they're, you know, anything like the first game or this one. But I decided not to go with that one because I feel like it is kind of funnier to keep the old errors in.
Yeah, and fan translations can't really address the problem that I have with this, in that, like, this is very clearly not the experience that a native Japanese speaker would have if they played this game in the original Japanese. but a fan translator can't ask the Japanese writers how to handle certain things. So it's just... They can make a script that reads better, but it doesn't actually address the problem that I have.
Raul, I need to catch a plane. I can't fight Thunderman right now. Also, I saved your life. I don't have that chip. I've not even seen pop-up in this game. Besides, you can judge Electopians, but I judge all Frenchmen now, for I was wrong by one.
Have we brought up that this game has a content warning in the Legacy Collection?
We have not now.
I feel like we've seen enough stereotypes and like, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you might want to go back and fight Thunderman and Snake Man if you want their chips. But I'm going to be pretending that we have, a time limit before the flight happens, so we're going to hurriedly buy some souvenirs for our friends and then get right back to the airport. Again, absolutely not the actual case, but, I've got a role play going to the airport. And when you have to go to the airport, that's your day.
You gotta get there 2 hours early.
Mm-hmm. You do not have a morning, you go to airport. After you're done with airport, well, in Land's case, he's not going to be back for another 10 hours, but in general, even if you do get back the same day, you are not going to do anything but recover from airport. Many mercies. Yeah, you can get a wood or an asterisk. Yeah, that would be pretty good. That is just a barrier that does not get destroyed until it takes specifically the amount of damage to destroy it, unlike regular barriers, which, accumulate damage. Aura is, you have to override the defense. And also, it's wood element, so it is weak to fire, but it will guard extra against electric. There are many good sides to it. Well, we sort of learned that. We're friends with Raul now.
We made one friend.
We also are friends with his friends too, kind of. They're random NPCs, so we don't really care about them that much, but still. But anyway, because the writers didn't really consciously write Lan as a racist, that will never be addressed. So he learned nothing on this trip.
Got poison.
It's got poison. Well, as long as nobody eats it, they'll be fine.
I think you have to declare that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be talking to the board. You actually have to, speak to the officials first.
You could have asked the TSA about that, like, a long time ago, my friend.
Yeah, we're about to board. Do I have to? We're at the airport. I don't really want to leave at this point, but... Alright, fine. I guess we'll bus back.
So much for immersion, huh?
This is just making the airport trip more stressful. We gotta go back to the castle and get something here, and then go back. This sucks. I don't know how Lan handles this. Okay.
Seeing you young people enjoying life makes me so fucking mad!
I'm going to kill you, child.
Is this the guy that gave us good info earlier? Why does he hate the youth?
Oh my god, is that supposed to be Baroque? Did Baroque become Barocco?
I guess so. Also, God, I cannot stop seeing that angel as just the Calvin peeing, but in angel form. Okay, so at the very least, we are able to open a security code with this, so that's why you definitely want to stop back here real quick. It's definitely worth it. There's actually a few other things, though I don't think they're available right now. We'll want to come back to this area later, because it'll have some really good stuff. But for the time being, we got our thing, we're gonna go back. Alright, now we depart. I don't really want to right now.
John, you can't say that.
Only VIPs can pass through this passageway. Somehow or other. What? So yeah, this time they're not gonna even deign to take Mega Man away. We're just going right through. You can't say it's a secret. Well, at least the questions are easy. Alright, so, hi, hello? Who are you? I'm leaving. Your aura makes me uncomfortable.
It's me, old Two-Face. Plastic surgery has made such wonderful strides in recent years.
But I decided to keep the suit. I liked it.
No, it's somebody who went to the thrift shop after Two-Face donated clothes there.
Here's the world's angriest child.
Is this why that old man hates young people? Did he see this kid?
Just saw that child and went, I cannot trust the youth anymore. You can get back to Electopia from here. Not!
Idiot.
I love how much fun they had with the doors of all things. Alright, well, we're done here in Netopia, so it's been quite a trip. But next time on Mega Man Battle Network 2, we'll be flying home. It was memorable. If nothing else, you can say that.
Do you think this trip made Lan more racist or less racist?
More.
And he thinks it's less because he's friends with Ro. You do not want to hear how he describes Orwell to his friends.